Hey everyone, I'm Jake from Jake M Media, and in this video we'll review the LowePro Tahoe BP 150 camera bag. Let's get into it. Alright, so to kick off this review, here's an overview of what we'll be going over in this video. We'll be covering the price, product highlights and features, specs, pros and cons, who this bag is for, and my final thoughts on the bag. Also, just a heads up, I will be including affiliate links for this bag down at the beginning of the description if you want to check it out. Now let's get into the price. Now the price of this bag is fairly cheap, coming in at around $64 to $80 on Amazon, so it's relatively affordable. I mean, I bought mine on Best Buy for around 75 bucks about 2 or 3 years ago. Alright, moving on from price, we have the product highlights and features. This bag was released on August 8th in 2015, and it comes in 4 different colors. Those being black, galaxy blue, mica/pixel camo, and mineral red. Now as for features, this camera bag can fit, as stated on their website, a DSLR with a kit lens, something like the 18 to 135 they said, and it can also fit an extra lens and a flash. However, I've been able to fit much more inside this camera bag, but that's when you stuff it completely full. This camera bag also features something in the main compartment that they call an UltraFlex panel, and all it does is extend down the camera bag to offer more space. The BP 150 also has zippered outer pockets, has one right here and one right here, a larger one, and that's for storing miscellaneous items like keys, pens, just small items like that. It also says that the softly padded shoulder straps can be adjusted for a more comfortable fit. And the final thing on this list of features states that the water-resistant materials used to make this bag help safeguard your gear from the elements. Alright, now we'll be moving on to the specs list for this camera bag. Alright, first off we have a few miscellaneous specs to get through, and starting on that list we have the carrying options for this camera bag. You can carry it one of 2 ways, either through the loop on the top, or obviously you have the camera bag's straps on the back. And moving on from that, we have the type of closure, and this camera bag obviously uses zippers. I've seen other camera bags have some type of flap up top, so you'll flap it down to open it up, and then it'll flap closed and it'll have some sort of latch. But this one has zippers, and I think they work perfectly fine. After that, we have the laptop/tablet compartment, and that's going to be right here, the middle pocket, and that's going to fit a 10-inch tablet. Moving on from that, we have the question of a monopod/tripod holder, and it says that it doesn't have one, and I think that's just because it doesn't have one on the bottom, because sometimes camera bags will have straps on the bottom specifically for your tripod or monopod. But I've gotten by just slinging it through these water bottle holders on the side, and then you can just use these buckles to strap it in, and it works just fine. Only issue with that though is that it's created some holes through the mesh, so just keep that in mind. Alright, then after that we have the general part of the specs list, and starting off on this list we have the exterior materials, and it uses polyester and nylon. And then we have the exterior and interior dimensions. Starting off with the exterior dimensions, they are 15.9 by 10.8 by 8.5 inches, or 40.39 by 27.43 by 21.59 centimeters. Now as for interior dimensions, they are 14.2 by 10 by 5 inches, or 36.07 by 25.4 by 12.7 centimeters. And finally we have the weight. The weight of this camera bag comes in at 1.7 pounds or 0.8 kilograms. And honestly, I don't think that's too heavy. I'm done cruising around. Actually guys, I think this is the perfect time to plug my channel. So if you aren't already subscribed to Jake M Media, make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this one. Also, if you want to check out the LowePro Tahoe BP 150, I'm going to link it in the description down below. Those are affiliate links, so if you do buy the camera bag using those affiliate links, I will get a small kickback and it won't cost you guys anything extra. With that said, let's get back into the video. So next up we have the pros and cons of this camera bag, starting off with the pros. First up on the pros list is the price. If this camera bag only costs around 65 to 80 bucks, that's fairly cheap for a camera bag. Nowadays, a lot of high quality camera bags can actually go for a lot of money, sometimes around 200 bucks. I know the Peter McKinnon Nomadic camera bag is around 250, I want to say, so that's a lot of money just for a camera bag. The next pro on the list is the weight. This camera bag is super lightweight considering it doesn't even weigh 2 pounds. Now don't get me wrong, once you stuff all your camera gear into this bag, it's going to weigh your shoulders down a little bit more. However, under 2 pounds just for the camera bag as far as weight goes, I don't think that's too bad. Next up on the pros list is the small size. I mean, just look at the size of this thing. And normally inside this camera bag, I can fit a 6D Mark II with a Sigma 24-70 f2.8 along with a Sigma 70-200 f2.8 and a Canon Nifty 50. And that's not to mention all the sound equipment I can also stuff inside this bag. Alright, moving on from that, the next thing on the pros list is the decent padding. Now I don't think the padding inside this camera bag is high quality, I just think it's good enough for most gear. And I've also never damaged any gear while carrying it inside this camera bag. However, I haven't dropped it a lot either, so... Now for the next thing on the pros list, the color selection. I mean, this bag comes in 4 colors, what more can you ask for? Alright, I actually had to move this time, there was somebody coming. Hopefully that's the last interruption. Alright, now we got the next pro on the list, which is that this camera bag is customizable. Now I'm mainly talking about the Ultraflex panel that I mentioned earlier, but you can also move around the dividers in the camera bag to whatever orientation that you prefer. However, you can do this with a lot of other camera bags as well. And the final pro is that it's great for a beginner. I mean, this camera bag was designed mainly for beginners, so... And the main reasons it's designed for beginners is because it's affordable, small, lightweight, and offers just enough padding for their gear. Alright, that's it for the pros list. Now let's get into the cons. First up on the cons list, this bag does not offer a lot of space. I mean, on its website it says that this camera bag can hold 1 camera, 2 lenses, and a flash, but when I put my 1 camera, 2 lenses, and then a 50mm, which is smaller than a flash, into this camera bag, I can barely close it. Anyways, we'll move on to the second con, which is the build quality feels cheap. Don't get me wrong, there are certain parts to this bag that don't feel cheap, such as the front of it right here, that seems pretty solid. The straps seem pretty solid and I don't see any wear and tear or fraying on them. However, the mesh pockets here, whenever I've put my tripod in, it started tearing a hole. If it weren't for the tearing in the mesh, I would consider putting it in the pros, but for now it's going to stay in the cons. And that leads us to the third con, which is the gear doesn't feel safe if it's packed full. I'm afraid if this bag is packed completely full and I drop it, something might break, which I don't think is a good feeling to have toward a camera bag. And now for the final con, this bag is not made for a professional shooter. For starters, you can't fit a lot of gear in here without stuffing it completely full. However, like I said, I was able to fit my Canon 6D Mark II, a Sigma 24-70, a Sigma 70-200, and a Canon 50mm all inside this bag. However, like I said, that's when it's stuffed completely full. Alright, that's it for the pros and cons. Now let's talk about who this bag is made for. In my opinion, it's made for 4 different types of shooters. Beginners, minimalists, people with not a lot of gear, or people on a budget. And it's perfect for all those people because of reasons I listed earlier in the video, such as it's affordable, small, lightweight, and offers just enough padding for every one of those shooters. Alright, now let's talk about my final thoughts on this bag. First of all, it's a great bag for minimalists and beginners considering the price, small and lightweight nature, and the amount of padding that it offers. However, if you're concerned about the build quality or need to carry along more than 1 camera and 2 lenses, then you might want to check out other bags. So for those reasons, it's not the best option for professionals or those with a lot of camera gear. Alright, and that's going to be it for this review. If you guys want to check out this camera bag, like I said, it's going to be linked in the description down below. Also, if you guys want to see more videos just like this one, subscribe by clicking right here. Thanks for watching, and always remember to capture great moments.